Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode number 1217. That's right, episode number 1217 of Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from Redmorton Park. It's probably going to rain. I'm feeling some sprinkles right now. This is day 46 of the GNA Positivity Challenge, and today I'm going to be talking about I will always speak my truth. I will always speak my truth. Hopefully we don't get rained out here because I've got a bunch of important things to talk about. Merry Christmas, everyone. My lady's here first. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally, Dawn is in the house. Can you hear me clearly and see me clearly, babe? One in the chat, please, if you can. Yeah, it's starting to sprinkle. So we got dark clouds over here, and this is kind of a risky walk, but it is what it is. Man's got to do what a man's got to do, right? Like they say in show business, the show must go on, right? So I'm going to get right to it here, and people that missed this first part can always go back and check out the replay. Again, I'm going to be cool, calm, and collected, and I'm just here to correct the record and to continue to stand up for my reputation on this platform and publicly in general. My reputation that has been tarnished by a YouTuber I'm currently suing in a circuit civil case. Additionally, I'm suing for intentional infliction of emotional distress, and a lot of the things that he continues to do continue to cause me emotional distress, and I want to share that with my audience, and I have the right to share that with my audience. I do not defame this person or anyone. I do not harass them. I do not bully them. All I've ever done is stand up for what's right. And some things transpired today, and I'm going to talk about them because, in my opinion, these are the methods that the defendant uses to try to wear down his opponents, including me. This is in my opinion. I've seen this many times. He tries to overwhelm people by hitting them with 3, 4, 5 things at once, right? To overwhelm them so much to the point of where they, in essence, flip out and overreact and then say something that they shouldn't say. So then he can turn around and use that against you, whether it's in this court case, whether it's in content or whatever, right? That's exactly what this guy's methods are like, in my opinion. In my opinion, he does not care about anyone's feelings, wants, and needs besides his own. And he tries to come off, in my opinion, like he does, but he doesn't, in my opinion. How many times do I have to say, in my opinion, regarding my protected speech that is now being questioned and challenged by the defendant because he's trying to find a way to win his anti-slap motion by trying to reverse manipulate the situation, in my opinion. And it's not going to work, sir. Ultimately, it's going to be up to Judge Stacy to decide, what's defamation and what's not. Whether your anti-slap, is credible or not. Whether your motion to dismiss is going to be accepted or denied. It's up to Judge Stacy. I'm putting my faith in the court and in the judge. I'm putting my faith in the system. But here's the thing, regardless of what happens in the system, I have the right to defend and protect my reputation out here, especially when the defendant continues to make constant content surrounding my name and likeness, like he did in his past 2 shows. He's live again, probably right now. He had a show scheduled. He talked in his stream last night that he was going to bring people on a panel because apparently the regurgitation of prior content of mine has bored his audience, in my opinion. So now he is now he's running a panel tonight. Supposedly he was asking people if they wanted to come on a panel because he's trying to reignite the fire. Oh, who's that? Sim Racer HQ with the $7.99 super chat. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I'm gonna heart that and like that. Merry Christmas, bro. I hit 7,700 subscribers, 3.5 million views. Congratulations, man. It's been a while. How are you doing, man? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you and your family. It's raining right now. This is kind of risky. It's not raining hard, but it is actually coming down. And I'm gonna have to hit some shelter here. Let me just show you. Look at that. I don't know if you folks can tell and you can see it, but I'm under the trees right now, so I'm pretty clear. Yep, it is coming down. I'm gonna have to run past the storm here. Oh my gosh. Because it's only in patches, you know. Oh man. There's less rain over here. So anyway, thank you so much for your $7.99 Australian super chat. Appreciate it. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year to you in case we don't see you. Anyway, I mean, if it gets any worse than this, I may have to sit in my car and do the rest of this stream when I get back to my car on the other side. Give me a second. Let me just get underneath the overhang here. All right. Everyone in the chat, you can hear me and see me clearly. So anyway, the defendant in the circuit civil case today, the lady says one. I guess he wanted to, and this is in my opinion what I think he did. I think he was looking for content for his panel show tonight. I think the defendant was looking for content for his panel show tonight. So he had to arrange it in a way where he could have some negative talking points about me, because that's all that works, in my opinion, with his audience, is negative talking points, right? Oh, and that was one of the super chat goals. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think that was Sim Racer HQ hitting the super chat goal. Thank you very much for that. 1 out of 5. Wonderful. Anyway, so let me just catch you folks up. This is the holiday season, right? And sometimes, it gets a bit overwhelming during the holidays to the point of where you have a list a mile long. Now, I don't know about the defendant. I don't know if he even has a list. But I have a lot of responsibilities, not only my own, but my girlfriend and my family and all that. There's health insurance to renew. There's dental insurance to renew. There's other things that are going on. And so, I take things in order of importance and in order of when these things are due. Now, those of you that are aware and have been around for a while know that the January 9th motion to dismiss / anti-SLAPP hearing for the defendant, we finally heard back from the court, aka Judge Stacy, and Judge Stacy said that we need to select new dates. And the judicial assistant gave us dates in April. The judicial assistant Oh, are you sure? Are you serious? Instead of if he's restreaming me, ODN, can you screen record it, please? Can you please screen record that? ODN, can you please screen record that? I will need that because he's probably going to take it down. Thank you. So anyway, the defendant sent me an email on Monday. I wasn't going to talk about it, but if he's going to try to bombard me with 4 or 5 things in one day to try to get a reaction from me because he needs content for his show tonight, right? Then I'll talk about it. He sent me an email asking me which one of the dates works for me, and that we have until Monday, December 29th, which is this Monday, to get back to the judicial assistant. So I've had other things going on, and I haven't had time to respond. I've received the email, but I haven't had time to respond. I'm still well within the window of responding, right? Of being compliant. 2 days later, today, Wednesday, I get, there was a posting that the defendant made on his channel earlier this afternoon. And it was kind of a snarky comment. He didn't mention me, but I have a feeling, in my opinion, that it was frustration towards me and what's going on regarding this case, and some of my content, such as correcting the record publicly, that he doesn't like because it's the truth, right? Now, he sent me another, he made that posting on his community wall, then he sent me another email today following up on, the April hearing. And because, I guess apparently, I don't know this for a fact, I'm taking ODN's word. Apparently, ODN says he's restreaming me right now. Apparently, yeah. He sent me another email following up when I was going to respond to his initial email before the due date. So in essence, he got impatient. And in my opinion, what I think is he basically wanted to use this as part of his show to go to his audience and say, oh, here, look, I emailed him on Monday. He didn't get back to me. And then I followed up with him on Wednesday. He still didn't get back to me. Well, I have until Monday, December 29th. And actually, I'm not going to wait till the last minute. So we have until Monday, December 29th to make the judicial assistant aware of what day and time we choose, right? So in essence, this guy either has no patience, which in my opinion, I believe he has no patience. But additionally, I think it's more so for YouTube optics, so he can go to his audience and try to paint me like, you know, that I'm not following procedure or that I'm not responding to emails. Well, again, sir, the date that it's due by is December 29th, this Monday. And I assure you, and I can say that publicly here, I assure you that I will get back to you within an adequate amount of time before that time. I've had other things going on. And then he goes and files a court filing that I got served electronically earlier today regarding the podcast that Don and I did with ODN. He's very, very upset, or at least he's trying to come off like he's very upset. And he basically, I believe, I'm trying to put together what he was trying to put in that notice. And it was a notice of filing. It wasn't a motion. It was a notice of filing, I guess, for like I've been doing, for evidentiary purposes. He learned how to properly file things through me. Anyway, so can you folks still hear me and see me? My phone's a little bit wet, not totally wet, but these phones are waterproof anyway. I'm probably going to cut across, and I'm probably going to walk underneath the underhang. Yeah, I've got to get under there. It's gonna. I don't want to slip. I've got to cut across on the grass here because I need to get underneath. I can walk underneath the overhang back and forth, and it'll just add up. Hey, we'll still make it happen. Oh, man. Well, I guess the storm finally came. Yeah, let's oh yeah, it's starting to come down. Oh yeah. Let's hit the overhang here. All right, can you folks still hear me? Are we good? I think we're good. Thank you. Yeah, the rain is here. So yeah, he filed a notice of filing, I guess, for evidentiary purposes, and he labeled it something like smear campaign, and he labeled it defamation per se. I think he was more so don't quote me. I have to reread this again many times to thoroughly understand his writing, but he wrote, I think he was trying to say that what ODN was saying was defamation per se. And I mean, hey, he can put whatever he wants in court filings. It's up to Judge Stacy how she sees it. But, you know, the only thing on my end that I ever talk about are factual things, or I state them as opinions. And, you know, there are a lot of past events that have past video evidence that will prove otherwise, and I'm going to leave that up to the court to decide. Because right now, what I really feel is going on is the defendant is just looking for anything to file, for anything to try to get the judge to believe that I'm trying to silence his freedom of speech. No, sir. I'm not trying to silence your freedom of speech, and I'm here. Is he actually simulcasting? Let me check. We are back live. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see me. Put a 1 in the chat. Yeah, he is rebroadcasting me. Are you screen recording, ODN? Because I need the evidence. He's going to delete it. He's going to remove it. Are you screen recording it? And if he deletes it, then I'm going to file spoliation of evidence. So I'll just tell you, I'll say this. If he removes this stream before I can get a copy of it for court evidence of him rebroadcasting my live stream for commercial profit, then I will file, actually, what I will do actually is I will just counter that at the spoliation of evidence hearing in February that he's already filed on me. I will first ask him for a copy of it, and he'll have to give it to me. And if he doesn't, then I will file a motion to compel production of evidence. And if he doesn't do that, then we'll just go spoliation of evidence, adverse inference, same things that he's tried to pull on me, right? You see, the fact right now that you're rebroadcasting my entire live stream as it is live, that is content theft. You are using large portions of my content taken away from the original, and it affects the original, and that is not fair use. Where it will be used in the circuit civil case is the fact that you're using your audience and you created a civil conspiracy acting in concert with the Florida lady that's on your panel right now, and then some other person named BH, let's just call him that, right? Well, here's the thing. You know, you can go ahead and have all the fun that you want doing what you're doing right now, but you're basically further harassing, and you're commercially monetizing, and you're further proving everything that I filed. And you're basically discrediting what you're filing, what you filed, right? I do not give you permission to rebroadcast my entire live stream. While you're live, you can use small clips under fair use, small excerpts under fair use, but you cannot sit there and rebroadcast my entire original when I'm doing a broadcast and you're affecting me algorithmically and you're affecting my monetization as well, because I do get ad revenue. No matter how little it is, I do get ad revenue when people watch me. You're affecting that. That's content theft. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm not going to overreact. You're the one that's overreacting. You're the one that's now trying to silence my freedom of speech. You file You see, you're the one going to court and filing this anti-SLAPP, and you're basically saying that we're trying to silence your freedom of speech. But now, what you filed today is trying to silence ODN's and my freedom of speech. And second of all, ODN and I do not work in concert. How many times have you seen us do live streams together? How many times have you seen us do anything together that has directly harmed you? All we do is call you out on your piss poor behavior, sir. That's all we do. All we do is we call you out on your poor behavior. That's all we ever do over here at the GNA is we call people out on their poor behavior. There's nothing wrong with that, right? If you don't like the fact that we're calling out people's poor behavior, including yours, then maybe you should consider behaving better, right? Right? Maybe you should consider behaving better, right? ODN, are you still around? Yeah, so ODN, can you do me a favor? Can you, when this stream is done, if you can get that to me immediately. Get that to me immediately, because now I wasn't gonna file something. Oh, okay. I wasn't going to file something in response to his notice, and typically you don't need to file a response, but I could file another notice of filing evidentiary for evidentiary purposes for the anti-SLAPP hearing. See, I don't think the guy realizes that the more he commercially monetizes me, the worse it's going to make him look, right? No, the more he tries to commercially monetize me, the more that he brings the Florida lady on his panel that's directly acting in concert with him and will be a part of this case after April, right? But here's the thing. Let's be real about this. I have the right to share my truth and what I feel is going on. Let's be real here, sir. You tried to do 4 streams playing old clips, and after 2 nights you had very little engagement, right? Maybe you made a little money, but you had very little engagement, right? So tonight you decided to amp it up. I called it perfectly. You decided to amp it up and bring on a panel of people, and then on top of that, you started rebroadcasting me again, violating my copyright, violating my intellectual property, and further creating your defamation for dollars campaign, right? Now, I'm not quite sure if you've said anything defamatory in this stream yet. I'll have to check it out once I get a copy of it. Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, ODN, and the rain kind of stops so I can walk over here. You know what the funny thing is, ODN, is that eventually he's going to have to answer to all of this, right? Like, if you actually thought that you had defamation per se in that filing there, okay, you would have filed something like that a long time ago. You filed that because obviously I can now go to Judge Stacy and say, I feel that the defendant set me up, which I already knew what you were going to do, but basically that's what you did. You did everything today to try to upset me, to go live, talk about you and the case, and then to get triggered so you can reignite the spark in whatever is left of your audience, right? And that's fine. You do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. You just, I mean, honestly, you just gave me more. I mean, the fact that you're going live right now, this is during an active litigation. You're doubling down, tripling down. You're thinking, okay, well, if one day I am held accountable for this, I'm not going to lose any money because it's only injunctive relief. I might as well just go all out and try to make as much money off Eli as possible right now and I'll just take the heat from the judge, take the protective order, and go my merry way. But in the meantime, I'm going to scrape up every last bit I can off his name and likeness, right? Just understand something, sir. If you don't think I understand how you think, in my opinion, I understand it. That's how I feel you think, in my opinion. Do you understand? I'm stating my opinions here, right? I get what you're doing. I get why you're doing it, right? You don't like being boxed in. You don't like being cornered. You don't like the fact now that we're going to be bringing in the lady acting in concert that's on your panel right now, proving acting in concert. I mean, it doesn't get any more clear cut than that. So obviously, you folks are just saying, hey, well, we've already done enough damage. This is my opinion. We've already done enough damage, so might as well just go full force and make as much money off of Eli's name and likeness until the court stops us, right? And when the court stops us, it's only going to be injunctive relief, so we're not going to lose any money anyway, right? Well, don't forget about punitive damages, sanctions, and all that. You could still lose some money. But here's the thing. I don't care about the money. I've never once cared about the money in this situation. Yes, you have, in my opinion, taken a lot of money from me, all of you, the ones that have been reusing my content, especially rebroadcasting my live streams as I'm live. What I care about is stopping the defamation. I'm not trying to silence you. I never have tried to silence you. What I'm trying to stop is the misappropriation of my name and likeness, the defamation, the harassment, the commercial monetization, right? If you want to use my clips under fair use, if you want to use my clips under fair use on a pre-recorded video, go right ahead. But see, sir, you can't. The bottom line is the only thing, in my opinion, that you've got is the live stream thing. So whatever you don't do live, sir, you don't get donations. You cannot emotionally charge up the audience unless it's a live show. That's why you do it. You do it live because you cannot get the same reaction from people when you're not live. I can. My pre-recorded podcast got your reaction, and we did nothing wrong. All we're doing is correcting the record and stating the truth. That's all we do. We correct the record, we state the truth, and anything that we're unsure of, we state as opinions, right? And the bottom line is I've already filed a lot of stuff within the court. And again, like I said, we're going to let the court decide regarding the stuff that ODN talked about on the podcast, regarding the stuff that upsets you because ODN said it, right? And now you're trying to say that ODN and I are acting in concert or something like that. Is that what he's saying? We don't act in concert. We are good friends. He's a part of the executive team, and we're trying to help people here, right? But see, you've dug a hole so deep, you really don't have much of anywhere to go. You're boxed in, right? Yeah, you're boxed in, and you've got maybe 40, 50 people there right now that are only there because you're rebroadcasting me. You think that they're there to watch you? In my opinion, they're there to watch me. They're there to watch anyone that ridicules me. So the bottom line is, it doesn't make you special, in my opinion. It doesn't make you special. It doesn't. But see, you only care about the commercial monetization, and that's why we're in court. Because what I'm trying to stop, you can talk about me all you want. But when you abuse my content, my intellectual property and all that, and then you defame me for dollars and all that, that's why we're in court. I'm not looking to chill your speech. I am not looking to chill your speech, but apparently with what you filed today, it appears like you're looking to chill my speech and ODN speech for basically talking about some things from the past where there's video proof of. There's video proof of those things that I've already submitted to the court, and we'll let the court decide that. There's video proof of people that you've worked with You've named them by name. Did you forget you have a BitChute channel with all that stuff still publicly available? And now if you delete that, that'll be spoliation of evidence. But see, the bottom line is it probably wouldn't, because I've already downloaded the whole channel. So the bottom line is I'm like 100 steps ahead, right? And I'll just download everything, right? The only thing I can't download is when you're rebroadcasting live, unless you keep it up or someone's screen recording. That's hard to prove. That's why I've got people here that are screen recording to prove the evidence. So you might as well leave it up. You might as well leave it up. And by the way, if you're using large portions of my content, I will DMCA you. I have the right to do that. I won't DMCA you for the clips, but if you're rebroadcasting my entire stream as I'm live, I will DMCA you. Right? And if you re-upload it to Rumble, once I download it, I will DMCA it there too. And whatever you want to do, if you want to file a counter notification, and if you want to start another lawsuit in federal court, because at this point right now, sir, the fact that you're starting up the rebroadcast again, I'm getting ready to file the copyright, the federal copyright case on you at the same time. And I will. Because I know exactly how to file these cases now with the complaints and on the summons and all that. So, I mean, honestly, like, if you want to keep playing the system, trying to find workarounds to continue your games with me because you can't stand the fact that this is ending, and you can't stand the fact that I'm standing up for you harming me, you've harmed me. You have. You have directly harmed me in many ways. And you're currently doing it live right now. And I don't care what your audience thinks. My audience, to my audience out here, what do you folks think? Let me know what you think in the chat here. Let me know what you think, right? I mean, this guy right now is giving me a gift by rebroadcasting me. Because one way or another, ODN's got a screen recorded copy. I want an actual full copy of this. If there isn't a copy of this at least available on Rumble for me to download, it could be spoliation of evidence. Because I need the whole evidence. ODN's probably only got a partial of it since I told him to start recording, right? I'll ask him for a copy first, right? But then also, again, I will assert my intellectual property rights. I'm not kidding. And I'm ready to do that. And I'll find the time. I'll make the time. Oh, it's starting to rain again. He really has issues. I cannot comprehend his reasoning or why he does what he does. Because he can't make money on YouTube otherwise, in my opinion. Because his entire identity is based off of the Eli hate narrative with that audience. He's tried so many other things, and his biggest donation model was based off my name. So it's like he can't let it go. Additionally, if he lets it go, he feels that he's going to come off extremely weak in front of these people that really don't even care about him, in my opinion, in the first place, because they're just there, you know, wherever anyone is rebroadcasting me, right? I mean, and that's why the reason why he does it is because, number one, it's for money. But number two, he feels empowered and like he has this kind of control over me or something, this control over the content that I create out here on YouTube. And he doesn't have that control. He absolutely doesn't. I'm just letting you know. I mean, what he's doing tonight, I mean, I'm going to bring up at the, let me see, where are we at? We're at 40 minutes. We're still good. I'm going to bring up at the February hearing where he's trying to accuse me of spoliation of evidence. I offered him all the evidence. I offered to give it to him. I didn't put the evidence to private because I didn't want him to have it. I put the evidence to private because, in my opinion, I feel there were people out there that were false flagging me. I'm not going to accuse anyone from his group, but who else would it be, in my opinion, right? So the bottom line is, these people have been false flagging me, in my opinion, and I put those videos to private to protect my channel from further false flagging. But I offered him the complete original copies hosted on my website, streamable and downloadable. And he said, well, let the court handle it. Okay, that's fine. All right? That's fine. We'll let Judge Stacy handle it, and let's see how you respond. You know what Judge Stacy's going to tell you, dude? Judge Stacy's going to tell you, I can't read her mind, but I have common sense, that spoliation, aka destruction of evidence, is full destruction. I have backup copies on my hard drive, and they're also privately available on my channel. If I can produce those same exact unedited original copies to you in another way, that is not destruction of evidence. That is not spoliation of evidence. Can you admit to your audience that that makes sense? Because it does make sense. And the thing is, you present things to your audience in ways that don't make sense, right? Because you want to try to paint me looking bad in any way. The bottom line is, I have the evidence. I'll give you the evidence right now. I'll tell you what, I'll still give you the evidence. I'm ready for that hearing, and I'll have other things to bring up at that hearing as well, too. But I'll give you the evidence right now. Heck, you know what? I should just put all those videos, hosting them, and say, here's a website with all those links, Your Honor. The defendant can just go right there and use those links. How about I do that? Because I have fiber, 1,000 up, 1,000 down. I got the website, I can do it, right? They'll be publicly available, just not on YouTube. And they're not susceptible to false flagging. So what if I were to do that, right? You want to still go to court and say that I'm spoiling evidence? Or is it going to be about you performing to your audience? Do you not think that Judge Stacy's going to see the difference in contrast? Like, folks, you tell me in the chat here. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It makes absolute sense, right? He made a $20 donation while streaming you just a couple minutes ago. I screen recorded it. Okay, great. So you've been screen recording for the last, last 45 minutes or so? Well, last maybe 30 minutes or so. You're part of the GNA. You're doing Eli a favor because Eli isn't able to at this time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really beginning to think that this guy knows what he's up against, and he's just going to continue to try to make as much money off my name and likeness and continue to use my content until he is legally stopped with a protective order. Right? Now just think about it this way, ODN and Don and T and anyone else. The guy tried to accuse you, ODN, of defamation per se. And then he comes live and rebroadcasts my live stream tonight, commercially monetizing it, and you're screen recording it. And of course, I'm going to be filing that with the court. Of course. Like, is it worth, sir, let me ask you honestly, and I have the right to speak freely within my protected speech. I'm asking reasonable questions, right? Is it worth it to you, sir, to make 20, 40, 60, 100 bucks doing this when it's going to cost you more in the long run in the court? Is it worth it to you to be doing this? You have not de-escalated. Do you understand? Listen, all I do is correct the record. If you continue to misappropriate me in any way on this platform, I have the right to defend myself. I will tell Judge Stacy that in any hearing personally, with respect. So don't try to sit here and say that I can't come out here and defend myself and correct the record, because you and the other party on your panel right now have been basically misappropriating my name and likeness constantly, even since this case started. And right now, all you're doing is giving me more evidence. You're giving me more evidence, right? And yeah, you can file on this stream. You filed on my, on the podcast with the Don Neely Take on the World podcast. You could file as many papers with the court that you want. And all I'm going to do is paint the timeline of how you contradicted yourself by what you did tonight. You gave me the perfect timeline. Email Monday, follow-up email Wednesday regarding the JA and the hearing in April, which we have until next week to give the JA, right? And then you make a posting, a snarky posting that didn't mention me, but I know it was directed towards me, in my opinion, right? And then you file this notice of filing and accuse ODN of defamation per se, right? And then to some extent, I believe, and I don't remember this exactly, but I believe you were trying to say that him and I are acting in concert. Like, are you learning how to file a case properly through my filings? Right? Is it not obvious what's happening here? Tell me, folks here in the chat, is it not obvious what's happening here? I'm not upset here. I'm cool and calm, and I'm correcting the record. And this is just giving me more. It's just giving me more. He thinks you talking about him is the same as stealing your content. No, he know. Listen, ODN, here's the thing. He knows exactly what he's doing. But he also knows that it's going to the wheels of justice turn slowly, and he knows the loopholes of the law. In my opinion, and you can file this with the court if you want, dude. In my opinion, you skate the law and you ride the law. And you take advantage of people, in my opinion, sir. And you're not a good person, in my opinion, sir. And in my opinion, sir, you're a content thief. And I have lots of proof of that, right? And in my opinion, you are fixated on my name and likeness. And you're also, in my opinion, fixated on asserting that you're always better than me. I don't compare myself to you or anyone else. I don't. But that's what you're doing here. You cannot let it go, right? You cannot let it go. You're not emotionally strong enough, in my opinion, to let it go, right? And that's okay, sir, because this is YouTube. When I depose you in the court of law, you're going to have to answer under oath. And if you don't answer the truth under oath, I'm going to prove the truth with your own words through videos that you've made in the past and streams you made in the past, right? Right now you can present yourself one way, right? Oh, and by the way, all those prior clips from the past, they don't involve you, sir. All those 5-6 year ago clips, they don't involve you. I've never ever accused you of any of the stuff that you've accused me of. Never. I've never done that. You can file whatever you want. You could say whatever you want on YouTube. That's on you. In the court of law, it's not going to be about YouTube. It's going to be about the facts. It's going to be about the truth. It's going to be about justice. Obviously, me correcting the record, me also stating that I'm going to be bringing in your partner that you work with, in my opinion, that you're acting in concert with, I'm going to be bringing her into the case. Oh, of course he's. Listen, I'm not trying to trigger him. All I'm trying to do is correct the record, ODN. All I'm doing is correcting the record, right? When I depose this guy, he can't lie like he does on YouTube. In my opinion, he's a YouTube liar for theatrics and optics, right? On YouTube, he has a reckless disregard for the truth because he uses defamation for dollars. Oh, by the way, sir, I've been saying defamation for dollars campaign for a while, and now you want to file on it? What you are doing is a defamation for dollar campaign, and I have proof of that. So the bottom line is, I mean, I don't get it. There's proof of many defamatory things you've done. So, for you to all of a sudden come out and say, oh, he's calling it a defamation for dollars campaign. That's what it is. It's obvious. Tonight you're doing the same thing. Now, I don't know if you've defamed me tonight. I haven't heard it. But you are commercially exploiting me, right? You are violating my intellectual property. This is not fair use because you're affecting the original in the marketplace, which is one of the 4 factors of fair use. So we're probably going to end up in federal copyright court as well, sir. Probably, where's it going to be? In the Middle District of Florida, I believe that's your federal district court. We're probably going to end up there too at the same time. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does tonight with this stream. I can bet you he's not going to leave it publicly available on YouTube. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's going to delete this rebroadcast of me on YouTube, but leave it up publicly on Rumble. Or do you think he's going to delete it everywhere because he knows it's evidence? Right? But then I'm going to request it. If he does do that, then I'm going to request it. I'm going to request production of evidence. Oh yeah, let them say it, because I'll tell you what, ODN. Let them talk all they want. I need to know 100%. Are you recording this 100%? Have you been getting this? Because it's absolutely critical. I need a copy of this. I need a copy of this. Okay, fantastic. How soon do you think you'll be able to get it to me after the show? No rush, but if you can get it to me even sometime tonight, that would be great, because I've got great programs. I've got great transcript programs I use that can convert very accurate transcripts. It's not even YouTube's transcript program. They even convert the swear words, which YouTube omits, right? So I could take that copy you give me and literally in like less than 5 minutes have a full-blown, high-quality, very accurate transcript, including the actual swear words that the YouTube transcripts automatically strip out, the swear words. Should I save what I got just in case and start a new screen record? Yes, go ahead and do that. Save what you got and start another one. Absolutely. So that way you have no glitch. That's a good idea. I'm probably going to start wrapping this up in about 5 minutes anyway. You know, it almost makes me wonder what his thought process is. I have the right as a YouTuber, as a content creator. I'm not defaming the guy, but I have the right to wonder what's his thought process? What is he thinking by what he's doing? Like, the behavior to me is not right. It's to me, in my opinion, it's bizarre behavior. Right? It's bizarre behavior. But all the people that are a part of his group, their behavior is bizarre too. It's like they all validate each other and their bizarre behavior. Do you know what I'm saying? The rain stopped. That's pretty good. My phone's dried up. It's a little windy, so the phone's all dried up. It's all good. You can still hear me and see me, right? Now it's a little windy, but that's why I've got the windscreen. I'm going right into the wind right now. Who's still here right now? No one besides ODN is responding. Don, Tia, anyone else, let me know. Don says, truth doesn't beg, you meant to say beg. Truth doesn't beg to be liked. It demands to be heard. Have a blessed and merry night. Hopefully you have been good this year. Truth doesn't beg to be liked. It demands to be heard. Have a blessed and merry night. Thank you, babe. That was very nice. I screen recorded it all. They all sound drunk. Oh. So in your opinion, ODN, so in your opinion, you're saying they sound drunk. Boy, that's going to be a nice, are you serious? They sound drunk, like they've been drinking, because maybe they realized how many mistakes they made and it's all coming back to catch up to them now? They sound paranoid too. Well, they should sound paranoid because I'm gonna file this with the court. And now they're thinking, well, ODN screen recording, so Eli's gonna have the evidence. So yeah, of course. I mean, of course, this is getting filed. That's a given. I mean, and one way or another, if this guy, you know, he's gonna delete it from YouTube. And if he deletes it from Rumble, then I'm going to request a copy of it. I'm going to basically file a motion to produce evidence, production of evidence. And if he denies me, then at that point, you know, I'm going to put it in Judge Stacy's hand. She can court order him to do that. But I'll still have the ODN version, which is the full, well, most of it. I'm sure, I don't think he got the beginning. He probably got it maybe 5-10 minutes after it was started, which is fine. There's still enough there. There's still going to be enough there, right? I mean, they're thinking they can restream me while I'm live and then remove the evidence. Like, this is a case. This is he is required. He is required to preserve evidence, right? Now, I removed a few streams from YouTube, but I re-uploaded them to Rumble and shared it on my community wall. That's not spoliation of evidence. They're all there. He can go there, download them. He can watch them to his heart's desire. That's all that matters, right? If I can get a copy of this, even through Rumble, that's acceptable. I'll get a copy of it, and at that point, you know, if it's still up tomorrow, I'll flag it down for copyright, even on Rumble. Wow, what a joke this whole thing. Like seriously, in my opinion, I think that these people are taking this court case like a joke. You guys think this is a joke, right? And then you're trying to say the joke's on me. I'm not joking here. I'm just correcting the record. I'm calmly correcting the record. I have the right to do that. We're at 61 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. The Christmas show is going to be starting soon at 6:30 here. I read that again, Don. It's really meaningful for those that appreciate honesty. Yep. Oh, really? ODN, are you serious that they're drunk? All right, we are back live. We are back live. Put a 1 in the chat if you're still here. Please put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to be going off the air in just a few minutes. It's getting really windy right now. Without the windscreen, it would be horrible. Can you still hear me? Anyway, yeah, there's going to be a storm tonight. I feel this is windy. So yeah, ODN's right. Like they're belligerently drunk over there, in my opinion. Like they're talking mad trash about you, Don, and like this is horrible. Like I really hope you got this, ODN. I really hope you got this because I'll be filing this with the court by next week, and I think my lady's gonna be fine with it. Like honestly, like I just can't even believe this. I'll run it through ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is gonna be like, wow. After everything that happened, the setup, he tried to set me up, in my opinion, earlier today. I'll paint the picture for the court, aka Judge Stacy. Like, I honestly think this guy knows I think he knows the mistakes he's made, in my opinion. And right now he's like, whatever, I'm just going to act like a goofball. Let me leverage this until the judge says I can't do it anymore, right? That's exactly where we're at right now. It's really pathetic. Oh, he'll leave a copy? Why won't you leave a copy on YouTube, sir? Sir, if you're not violating my copyright, then why won't you leave a copy on YouTube? I'm not saying that you're not. I'm saying if you feel you're not violating my copyright and you feel that you would file a counter notification, right? And if you're not afraid of me taking you to federal copyright court over this, then why won't you leave a copy on YouTube? Because you know what you're doing is wrong, right? In my opinion, what you're doing is wrong. Your time's going to come, sir. I mean, that's a statement of how I feel what's up ahead. What I feel up ahead is that your time will come. And don't try to spin that as anything more than that, right? The time is going to come for justice, right? And justice will prevail. And wow, this is, like, I cannot even believe this. So obviously, the fact that these people are practically, from what it sounded like when I went over there a second ago, belligerently drunk. Like, wow. I wonder, ODN, like, I have to depose this. Like I just don't even know what to say anymore. I have never seen such odd behavior, such odd, like crazy behavior. These are like grown people in their 40s, 50s, and almost 60s, and they're behaving like a kid that had their toy taken away. It's bizarre. That's wonderful to do on Christmas Eve. Not an ounce of what it's about. I'm not preaching, but Christmas Eve to bash people, something is really off, right? He said he's scared of me reporting it. They are jealous of you, says Carl's Jr. I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's commercial exploitation. It's basically the only way the guy can make money, in my opinion, right? All right, I gotta go. They're gonna start playing the music. Love you all. ODN, can you get that to me tonight? Could you think you can get that to me in the next hour or two, if possible? Because I'm gonna run that through ChatGPT tonight. Now he's gonna leave. If he leaves Rumble up, I can get a copy of it there. Rumble processes things pretty quick, but if you can get that to me, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it. Love you all. Have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other. Thanks, man. See you all tomorrow. I'll reach out to you behind the scenes, ODN and everyone else. Good night, everyone.